The Gordon Murray Type 33 is a car they've built to be less extreme than the T50. Not just a less extreme supercar to the T50, but it also seems to be a statement in design styling, as it portrays a much more expressive design language than the T50's McLaren F1 influence. This time, they started off with a clean sheet emphasizing the 60s racing cars, which Gordon Murray sees as the most beautiful. The T33 applies this as an influence rather than having anything to do with it being retro. The T33 is powered by a detuned version of the T50's engine, the Cosworth GMA.2 V12, which now has a broader torque curve. The word detuned certainly don't do justice, as it still can perform numbers that are way above any production car. Over 150 horsepower per litre on a naturally aspirated engine, maximum RPM at 11,100, a 4,000cc engine that is still the lightest even though it has 12 cylinders. Maybe it is just a little bit of an anticlimax that Murray launched the T50 first, because had he launched this T33 first, it would still catch the headlines. Even its very lightweight figure of 1,080 kilograms to the T50's 986 seems like a spoiler. To put it into perspective, minus the T50, the T33 would be the lightest, highest output per litre for a naturally aspirated engine, highest revving, quickest revving, best packaged supercar. It is also going to be the last car Gordon Murray built that is not a hybrid. Some interesting points on the T33. Gordon Murray had mentioned that on the T50S, Niki Lauda, the exhaust exit would be beneath the fan and will give a higher pitch exhaust note. This is from the exhaust exit being closer together, so they would synchronize sound waves between left and right cylinder bank to give different acoustics to a distanced exhaust V12 setup. They seem to have carried this philosophy to the new T33, so expect some racy exhaust notes from the T33 even though it is down on peak RPM by 1000, and that is 11,100, which is still very very high. Another surprise is the paddle shift semi-automatic gearbox. It is actually a near seamless shift gearbox that does not require a clutch to change gears. Normally this is used on high-end racing cars, but now a first on a road-going production car. Take this into account, and the T33 equipped with a racing shift gearbox that is lighter by 4 kilograms to its manual variant, and that 607 horsepower, 11,100 RPM V12 engine. Its lightweight philosophy that it may be overshadowed by the T50, but still an extremely accelerating supercar. The T33 has an optional overdrive 6th gear that takes its average maximum range from 400 miles for the standard 6-speed to 440 miles for the taller geared 6th speed. Its chassis, carbon fiber panels on an aluminium alloy shell, probably similar to the TVR Griffith's iStream carbon fiber panel on aluminium alloy chassis. This is the reason why the two-seater T33 weighs 110 kilograms more than the 3-seater T50, which has a full carbon fiber chassis and a slightly smaller dimension. The T33's sequential 6-speed paddle shift gearbox, GMA calls Instantaneous Gear Change System, or IGS, actually weighs less than its manual option by 4 kilograms. The T33's manual gearbox weighs 82 kilograms, the The T50s weigh in at 80.5 kilograms and the IGS sequential manual gearbox at 78 kilograms. It's a near seamless shift, semi-automatic gearbox that does not require a clutch to change gears. The pedal shift IGS gearbox is probably borrowed from the T50S. So other than the exhaust design and the exhaust route, maybe the semi-automatic preselector gearbox is also from the T50S.